Hey everyone, my name is Willis Westmoreland. I'm the founder of Aperture. We're an SEO agency that helps cannabis and hemp e-commerce brands grow revenue with SEO. And today I want to talk you through a CBD SEO case study. We're going to look at how my agency took a CBD and hemp e-commerce brand from 2K to 15K a month in organic revenue using SEO. So before I get started, I do want to say my apologies for any audio issues. My computer speaker is not the best, but hopefully you can understand me all right. But anyway, yeah. So here is a look at the results. We started working together in September 2023, and this case study goes through May 2024. So it's a 9-month period of working together. We were taking them from in August. They made about 2.1K, and then in May they made about 15.1K in organic search revenue. So we were able to add about 13K to their monthly revenue using SEO. And this data is from Google Analytics 4. And so yeah, you can see we started here September. This is our first month working together. They had a nice little spike. It went down a little bit, but once that happened, it was all up from there, right there as well. But yeah, pretty consistent growth over that 9-month span. So a little bit about the client and the situation they were in. So they are a 5-location brick-and-mortar CBD and hemp store in the greater Houston, Texas area. They already had a lot of customers, both in general, and also they had a decent amount of online purchasers just by virtue of their physical presence. They already had, because they had so many customers who bought from them in store, some of the people would also purchase online as well. And so as a result, they already had some existing website traffic and authority when we began working with them, which is a nice little. It was an advantage starting out with doing SEOs when you have some authority already. But despite that, despite the traffic and authority they already had, they weren't getting that many online sales. They weren't selling much online, and so they came to us looking to open up a new revenue channel through SEO and just generally to sell more online. And they wanted to be able to sell nationally and ship packages nationally instead of just selling to the local market through brick and mortar stores. So the strategy, it's a 2-pronged strategy that we implemented for them. And so the first part is product page optimization. So here the goal was to rank for niche product related keywords. So if someone looks at, they're looking for a product online, if my client sold it or sold it, I wanted to rank them for that, and that way they could be the first option that people see when they're looking that thing up online. Second part of the strategy was blog content development. So the goal here was to rank for informational keywords that potential customers might search. So these people are not going to be looking to actually buy a product in the moment, but they'll be looking up information around the products. And so if we can be there, we can maybe get them to purchase, or if they're already using these products, get them to switch brands. So I will note before I go on, this is a truncated version of our full playbook. This wasn't a full service client, and so don't look at this and think that this is everything you need to do in order to succeed with SEO. There are two big elements: link building and also product category pages that you need to be doing. But still, I'll kind of take you behind the scenes, show you a little bit about how we were able to get this result. And hopefully you can get some good insights from this case study. So getting right into it, first part of the strategy was product pages. So they had about 80 product pages on their site, and we optimized them all using this process. So the first step of the process was to find a good keyword for every single product page. So we basically just use an SEO tool to figure out what keywords had search volume. And then we also look these keywords up in Google to see which keyword was the best fit for their product. So in some cases, it was pretty obvious what the right keyword would be. For example, they sell 25 milligram full spectrum CBD gummies. So obviously the right keyword for that situation is 25 mg CBD gummies. So in some cases it was obvious. Other cases we had to do a little bit more digging around to find the right keyword. Either way, once we had the keyword in mind, we went ahead and added that keyword to the URL slug, the meta title, meta description, and also the product description 2 to 3 times. And then the third step of the process was to add and answer SEO optimized FAQs, frequently asked questions. And then the fourth step was to improve the quality of the product photos on each page. And so these optimizations basically did a few things. The first thing was they showed Google that my client had pages that were a good fit for different keywords. And so someone's looking for that product. We have a product page that is that product. And so adding the keyword to different places on the page helps Google make that connection and therefore rank you for that keyword. Also, things like adding the FAQs and improving the product media, that improves the user experience. Obviously, people are going to have questions before buying a product, especially something they're going to be putting in their body, that kind of thing. And so, that was just helpful, to customers, potential customers. But I will say also that helps to make your page more comprehensive, and Google, prefers to rank the most comprehensive or complete page for every single keyword. And so, answering questions on your pages can do that. So that's a bit about that first part of the strategy. And here's an example right here. So the keyword is 50 milligram CBD gummies, 50 mg CBD gummies. My client sells this product. So therefore, we optimize the product page for that product for this keyword. We'll rank number 1 for it. And as you can see here, we have it in the slug. We have it in the meta description. The title is a little bit different. We had to make a compromise just because the product name is a bit different from the keyword, but still we were able to get them a number 1 ranking for that term. I will also say that this term by itself gets maybe 300 searches a month. So that ranking alone is not going to generate thousands of dollars. But the idea is that we ranked probably 20 of these product pages for different in the top 3 for keywords with volume, and together that it adds up quickly. Okay, so second part of the strategy. Hold on. Now I have some Coke in my system. I can keep on talking. Second part of the strategy was blog content development. So we developed 4 to 8 blog posts per month around different topics related to their products. The goal here was to drive relevant traffic to their site. So even if people aren't looking for the product in the moment, if they're looking up questions related to it, looking up information related to it, there's a high chance that they can purchase in the near future. And so if we can just get an email sign up from them, later on they may convert via email marketing. So topics we covered, a few examples. We did cannabinoid comparison articles, so like CBG versus CBD. We did use case articles, so people looking up, does CBG, for example, work for pain? Does it work for sleep? Whatever the case may be. We also did product questions, so we pick any client or pick any product that my client sold. We write different articles covering questions around that product people oftentimes have. So with Delta 9, which is intoxicating hemp, people are going to be asking, does it make you high? How long does it take to kick in? How long do the effects last? Can you fly with it? Can you take it on a plane? And so answering those questions with articles helps to kind of capture people either when they're considering a purchase or if they're already using Delta 9 gummies, we can get them to switch to our brand instead of buying from somebody else. These articles helped to obviously drive traffic, but convert the traffic to email signups. Also, they did drive some revenue. Articles aren't the main revenue driving type of page on a site, just because the intention is not to buy a product, it's to learn, and find information. Still, because we were able to drive so much traffic with these articles, we did drive a decent amount of sales from these rankings. Also, these articles helped to build topical authority. So if you write a lot of good content about a certain topic, your site now has authority for that topic in the eyes of Google. So therefore, any page you have about that topic or related to that topic will rank better. And so if you sell, say CBG products, then writing articles about CBG helps your site to become an authority on CBG. So all of your CBG related product pages, the ones that make a lot more money, that convert better, will also rank better as a result of that authority. So it helps with that as well. And here's an example right here: keyword CBG versus CBN for pain. Rank number 1 for that keyword. And that's everything I have. So again, this is not a complete playbook. There are other parts of SEO that are actually more important, I would say, than the things that I covered in this case study. But I was focusing on kind of what we did for this client. This is not a full service client. But yeah, despite that not being like the whole package, we were still able to get them a pretty good result. We had, we opened up a new 6-figure a year revenue channel for them through our SEO work, and that's enabled them to obviously diversify their revenue. So in cannabis and hemp, as you know, if you're watching this, it's very volatile. You just never know what's going to happen. A product can get banned. A state can ban products, so you can't ship there anymore. And so having a variety of income sources is always just a good idea if you have a brand in this space. And so we were able to do that for them. We were able to add them a new source. And yeah, also we were able to we allowed them to further invest in their online marketing. So as a result of our work, they built a new website. They invested more in email marketing. They were able to do a lot more things because now they had more money to play with and a new source of income. So yeah, it's everything I have. I really hope this is helpful, whether you are a brand owner or operator or an agency. I hope there's something in this case study that's useful to you in your work and in growing your brand. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be dropping a lot of new sauce around SEO for cannabis and hemp e-commerce brands. I work in this every day. I grow brands in it every single day, so I have a lot of good in the trenches insights to share with you. So be sure to subscribe. Also, if you need help with your SEO, feel free to book a call with me at the link in the description to see how I can maybe help you grow your brand. It's everything I have. Bye.